In 1947, the 49ers made history by signing Wally Yonamine, the first Asian American to play professional football. But Wally wasn't done breaking down barriers. He left football to play baseball in Japan, eventually becoming the first American inducted into the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame.
Wally took that toughness from his American football background, playing for the San Francisco 49ers and playing in the Pacific League.
Huge impact on Japanese baseball, and I think it's because Wally may be one of the first real two-sport men. So when he came over here, this guy wasn't a one-dimensional only baseball player. This guy was a rough, tough, you almost might say nasty football player.
When the bombings began, I was on the receiving end here in Tokyo. It was grim. Of course, Tokyo by that time was just a completely flattened out.
You know, the war had just ended. 99% of the people living here were 100% Japanese.
Well, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine living in the 50s and 60s. So coming over here in the 50s and 60s, that's got to be incredible.
A lot of Japanese, didn't take kindly to someone that was, even though he had a Japanese appearance and a name, really they knew he was not Japanese.
So I know what it's like to be on a team where you feel different than everybody else.
Japanese people are a tight, fit group, and they're not just going to let anybody into their group, so you have to really earn their respect and work hard to get into it.
The first couple of years here, I was continuously asking myself why on a few things. I was totally shocked to hear a Thai ball game.
与那水さんね、当時日本に帰った時はね、やはりアメリカでのそういう文化をね、で日本に行って、そういう中で育って日本に行ってね、そういう違和感を感じたと思うんですよね。だからそういういい面をどんどん伝えてくださったと思いますよね、与那水さんはね。日本のファンの人にも、日本の他の選手の人たちにもね。
He was, and he may still be, before Ichiro, Japan's greatest leadoff hitter ever. He was, in many ways, the Giants' big star.
Some of the discriminatory things that he encountered being of Japanese descent, but being American born, and I got a tremendous amount of respect for what he achieved.
That Wally succeeded and did it is even more credit to him as a person than the credits that he's gotten on the baseball field.
But Wally's a pioneer. He's the type of guy that led the way for people like myself. I knew all about him and knew his ethnic background from Hawaii. We talked a few times. He was good guidance to me as far as what to expect here in Japan. And
I wanted to give him 100% so that other Americans would have a chance to play here in Japan.
Wally was in uniform for 39 consecutive years. I believe he holds the Japanese record for being in uniform for consecutive years.
When I got inducted in Japan Hall of Fame, it was really an honor for me because, a foreigner, I never thought that the media would vote me in. I was so happy because I didn't think that I'll make it, but and for me to get into the Japan Hall of Fame was really an honor for me. So when I got in, I was really happy to get in.
Set the standard or set the pace for all the others who followed. We've had about 700 foreign players have come and played in Japan since the end of the war, and he was number one. So you might say he's even like the Jackie Robinson of Japanese baseball.